James the Lesser, we don't know how to do any polls with anything yet. Like, I'm looking to do polls with Nightbot and stuff, and I think it would still work here on YouTube like we were trying to get it to work on Twitch.
Here we go.
Hello, and welcome to James the Lesser Express Lane, where we get you in and out as fast as possible. DSP is being DSP. Whining, crying, brings up the apocalypse, he brings up his legacy. Typical day. Yes, I paused right there because holy shit, what is up with his upper lip? Someone pointed it out before and what is going on with his upper lip? Is it because of the way the mustache forms over it? I don't know. Anyways, let's listen just a little bit.
No hype.
And at 1.25 speed because he talks so damn
it.
slow.
It was like a non-release.
When I was crying about Serious Sam 4 for some reason.
No one talked about it at all.
Wait
Serious
for
Sam 4
it.
just came out on Game Pass for Xbox.
And
so there's something
right there.
just something random.
Right to the microphone.
It
Thanks,
have to be
dude.
A playthrough that I go crazy. It doesn't have to be a playthrough that is super serious, but it could be something silly that I do, maybe even as a night stream, and put it in as a couple streams and play through it and have a good time with it, just mowing through, you know, armies of enemies and dropping in, dropping out co-op and stuff. You know, it's nothing that's a major playthrough, but it's potential. Okay, something different. Another game. Wait, what? I keep hitting my mic? No, I haven't hit my mic.
Yeah, you did.
I haven't hit my mic, no. If people are saying they're hearing a noise like I'm hitting the mic, I don't think I have. Maybe I am, and I'm not paying attention.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
How drunk are you where you smack your microphone and you don't even realize it?
Another possibility. There's actually a game coming out either today or tomorrow. It's called The Gunk. This is a game that's an Xbox Game Pass game on Xbox Series X. It's a unique combination of horror.
Way to show for the
and
Xbox even more.
And people who've played it are actually saying it's actually a sleeper hit. Like, it's actually really, really good. Yeah, it's actually a really good game. And that no one's really talking about it because I guess they felt that basically this year's game releases are over. And so there's no real discussion of it. But now people are actually saying, oh, it's actually really good. You should check it out. So I'm considering doing that. You know,
I never even heard of it. But I don't have an Xbox, so eh.
I'm considering doing it, and we'll see how it goes. If it sounds like a good game that you guys want me to check out, I could do that as well. I'm in no rush. It's a Game Pass game, but it's another possibility. Okay? Now, that's just a few initial ideas. Okay? Outside of that, one thing that people have definitely said I should do is, since I haven't done this since like the late summer, I should sit down and I should do an actual dedicated Game Pass stream. Meaning one day as a main gameplay stream, we go into Game Pass on my Xbox Series X. We go through it all. Okay. And what's going on? I was saying, oh no, an alarm. Oh, okay, this is talking about Golden Cult. I thought you were talking about noise on the stream. You're freaking me out. Okay.
Fire alarm that he doesn't hear?
Yeah, like basically go on Game Pass, check it out, and see.
Then he never opens the box.
Maybe I could pick
oh wait,
a
wrong
couple
stream.
Interesting games off of Game Pass and do them for the month of January. If you remember back in the summer, I did just this, and we had some interesting playthroughs of games that I wouldn't have played, but ended up being quite entertaining. Anyone remember Last Stop? That and crazy Zane.
Remember? Guys, I gotta get these games beat before February hits. I gotta get all these games beat. By the way, how about I introduce a bunch of new games that I won't beat until after February?
Any narrative-based Annapurna interactive game, right? So that's definitely something that we could do. Have a whole day, 3 hours, just going through Game Pass. Oh, here's a couple interesting games. Pick them, maybe even boot a few up and try them for the first time. And then the ones that we like, we can actually do playthroughs of over the course of January. Okay.
And by we
that's
like, he means whichever one makes the most money.
Now, one thing I definitely want to take you. One thing I definitely want to tell you, I don't want to do, is Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Not to say that they're not great games, and not to say that I don't want to play them. I do. But the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl are remakes of older Pokemon games, not new games. They're remakes of games that have been out there for a very long time. Whether I play them today.
Mind you, he is currently playing GTA Vice City after playing GTA San Andreas, and is planning playing GTA 3 remastered and remakes. Just keep that in mind.
Today, in a month, in a year, or on my deathbed, they're the same games. See, they're not going to change. It's not some new game, okay? Now, I never played it. So, to me, those will be first-time experiences. For sure, when I play that game, it'll be a first-time experience. But the problem here is Pokemon Legends Arceus already is coming out in late January. Do I want to start a Pokemon game now, have to try to rush through it, and then play another Pokemon game in late January? I have an answer for you. I have to think about this very closely. No! I don't want to do that. I don't want to do 2 back-to-back Pokemon games. That would be a bad idea, in my opinion. Okay? So, I'd rather focus on Arceus being
I
a new
should
game,
not do that big
and then
blow up, man.
What I would do is play through
Makes
that. Maybe
Gouty
later
goatee
on
look even worse.
this year. The summer, essentially, when things are very slow. Then we could play Pokemon Diamond or Pearl.
Stop picking your nose.
And enjoy it together and have a nice lengthy playthrough, trying to fill the Pokedex, etc., rather than having to try to rush through it in a very limited amount of time.
And stop rocking.
I really don't
Holy
know
shit.
why they released it the way they did. Why would you release a Pokemon game in late November when you actually have a brand new one coming out in late January? Like, that just, it's like shooting yourself in the foot. You can't release, that'd be like, oh, we're going to release Street Fighter 6 in November. Oh, by the way, Street Fighter 7 comes out in January. Or, even worse than that, we're re-releasing Street Fighter 4 with modernized graphics and improvements in late November, but then Street Fighter 6 comes out in January. That's actually a better comparison. Because what they did is they re-released an older one with a new incentive to play it, but now you have to rush through it because the new one comes out. You know what I mean? I just don't like that. Personally, I'd rather wait
he's
for
gonna
Arceus.
shove a finger up his nose again?
I'm not going to be playing Pokemon Pearl or Diamond right now.
And ever since he started doing these cameras,
Okay.
man, you see the rocking. You see the
So that's
ear
the deal right
picks,
now. Those are some of my
picking
ideas.
scabs off
based
his
on
skin
the
and
feedback
eating
you all
them,
have given
picking
me.
his
Now,
nose.
you guys have
Fucking gross.
completely different ideas of what I can be doing.
Well,
I'm
stuff
all
he's been
ears.
doing
Like I
for
said,
years,
essentially what
just
happens
off
is next week,
camera.
I kind of know what I'm doing.
Now he's on camera and
We're
he
gonna be
can't
getting
stop
to the
doing
endgame
it.
of several
It's
games.
hilarious.
Once these games like the Halo Infinite campaign, the Forza Horizon 5 playthrough, and finishing up Lost Judgment. Once those are all done, okay, then we're going to now be needing new games to play for about a month. Once we hit February, we don't need shit. Once we hit February, every week there's like 2-3 releases. It's insane. But we're going to have a month of stuff where we need to do stuff. What should I do? So I'm all
Beat
ears.
the
What do you
games you're already
guys think?
playing.
I would love your feedback now. You can tell me now, but I'm doing the pre-stream podcast. So chances are, if you talk about it now, I'm not really going to be able to
God damn it, a lot of
respond with all your
rocking.
feedback.
Taking some of that gin.
What I would say is, during the course of today's stream, when I'm playing Vice City, share. Tell me then, this is what I think you should do. Give me your opinions then. We'll talk about it publicly together on stream and get some good ideas, okay? Or, if you're watching this on demand, oh my God, what a perfect opportunity. What did I say at the beginning of the podcast? I said, like the videos, leave a comment. So if you have an idea what you want to see after the holiday stuff ends,
Leave a comment so I can moderate it and be like, nope, nope, nope. Oh, you're the greatest ever, DSP. That one I allow. Nope, nope.
leave a comment on this video, on this very video, okay? Right? I
The fuck
guarantee
are
this
you
video will
doing?
have like between 500 and
Touching
800
nose.
viewers. If 2% of you left comments, 2%,
It'll
It
take
would be
you
great.
hours to go through and moderate all of them,
Okay.
dude. That's more work than you ever feel
my
like
God.
doing.
Oh shit. Oh.
Way to force it out right into the microphone. Thank you,
Holy
DSP.
shit. Woo!
And yet people stick around for this. Why?
I just read an article last night. It says that cows are the biggest source of methane gas on planet Earth. I'm not so sure. Holy fuck. Seltzer is powerful, dude. Excuse me. That was ridiculous.
Gin is powerful,
What the
huh?
frick? Okay. Anyway, so I have one more topic to talk about on today's pre-stream, and this one I may elaborate a little bit longer on because it's something near and dear to my heart. It was basically a time in my content creation history that a lot of people tend to forget about.
Let's see. We're
I try to
currently
brush it under the rug, even though it actually was a pretty important and interesting year for me. So,
not
ladies
even
and
an hour
gentlemen,
into his pre-stream,
just
so
a
we
little
still
bit of
got
quick
plenty of time
history.
for him to
I
go.
started making videos on YouTube in 2008. From the years of 2008 all the way through like 2013, I rarely
Again, he's going over his legacy. This is fantastic. This is why I want to cover this, because this is December 14th, 2021. But he's got to go over his story. Again, instead of play the game, we all know he's not going to play the game.
never took anything I did seriously. I started doing it for a living in 2011. I still didn't care. I was dicking around. I was fucking around. I was making fun of games. I was constantly insulting game developers. I was raging. I was making really inappropriate jokes constantly.
Got you
that was
banned
me,
from
my
the entire
shit.
website,
I
Blip
was the
TV.
underdog guy who was just Joe Average, dicking around with games, didn't care about it, didn't take it seriously. I certainly, the last thing you would call me is professional. Okay. In 2013, I adopted direct capture. Instead of pointing a camera at my television, yes, from the years of 2008 to early 2013, I pointed a camera at the TV. I didn't even direct capture. Okay.
And then John Rambo set up direct capture because you couldn't figure it out. It's literally 3 cables. He couldn't figure it out.
Okay.
Nor-
Didn't even use a microphone until 2013. Yeah, how primitive was that? In the year of 2013, I started doing direct capture and live streaming. But even then, I still was acting as if basically it wasn't really a job, even though I worked my butt off and I was.
You know what? I mean, just watching his eyes blink, 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 blink. Let's do a blink counter, huh? How about that? Let me bring it up. Oh man, in the last stream, let's get down to 0. There we go. All right. 146.13.
was making ridiculous amounts of content for you guys.
Let's
I
wait till
ignored my live streaming audience.
147.
I
Then we'll
streamed,
start the
but
blink
didn't
count for
talk with
1
you guys
minute.
At all. I didn't read the chat. I didn't interact with you guys. There was no shout outs, no discussion. It was as if you guys were not there. It was basically like I was ignoring you, and I was just sitting here like this.
You still ignore your
like this,
chat unless they're giving you
commentary,
money.
telling you everything going on in the game, swearing at the game, and raging, and paying no attention to you whatsoever. All right. Now today, I am.
Yeah, look at that greasy
I am
hair. So
professional
gross.
enough, and I am smart enough.
You shouldn't lean forward
Tell
like that, dude. It just
that
shows
that was
off
a
how
big
much
mistake.
grease is in your hair.
It was okay.
Here we go. And
essentially,
5,
what I should have
4,
done is I should have
3,
identified the
2,
trends that were going on in
1.
gaming.
All right, start
And
counting
I
the
should have
blink.
changed
1,
my formula to be interactive.
2, 3, 4,
when I
5.
did do
Got
that
it.
in 2017,
Holy shit,
things
dude!
changed
Stop
for me for the
blinking.
better. Because I'll be honest with you, there was a time frame. I would say probably about 2015 through 2016 when I was absolutely positive.
Like every time he moves his head, he blinks.
With my job, I didn't want to just do gameplay commentary anymore. Okay, I was tired of it. I felt burnout. I was
Holy
bored to
shit!
tears
I
with it.
can't keep up. He won't
And
stop
what I should have
blinking.
done was recognize
Like,
the live
he's
streaming
triple
trends
blinking.
and became an interactive streamer sooner rather than later. But I was a stubborn idiot, and I decided that I was going to do things differently. Now, in 2016,
When he moves his head
Kevin
around
was
like that's kind of hard to
popular in
see,
gaming.
but yeah, he's still blinking.
and I decided that I
Doing, like,
wanted to
triple
take a new
blinks.
approach to content creation on the internet. I wanted to do what I called a three-pronged approach. So the first prong would be DSP gaming, where I would just do all my raw gameplay and commentary as I always had done. That wasn't going to change. It was
Holy shit! How many blinks was that I could keep track of? He has more blinks in a minute than there are seconds. DSP, what are you doing? For those who don't know, blinking constantly like that is a sign of lying. Just saying. Sign of lying. Here we are with a 3-prong attack.
always going to stay the same. So that was prong number one. And then there was a second prong. And the second prong was going to be the King of Hate Vlogs, my vlogging channel, where I would do things like spoken word reviews, actual, like, not daily, but reaction videos, news
Not
videos.
like the daily videos you do
that kind
now?
of stuff. So that was prong number
After
two.
stream?
But then there was a third prong. And
It's
the
already
third
dead.
prong was all new and something that I had never done before, an edited style content channel. That channel was going to be countdowns, very high production value reviews, mini reaction videos, you know, that kind of stuff. Basically stuff that I'd never done any kind of production value on YouTube. And I wanted to basically see if I changed my formula up from being Mr. Raw Gameplay to a guy who put a lot of time and effort into editing content, would it work? So the third prong was a new channel that I created on YouTube called KO Gaming. And between the three prongs, this was my strategy for 2016. I figured I'd get you one of three ways. Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
Okay.
Have you never been with a woman before? Is that
Now-
what you think men do with women?
KO Gaming was quite interesting because what I did in 2016 is so different from what I do today. Today, as you guys know, I'm here all day long streaming. I have 2 major streams a day, right? First stream is usually longer. It's a more serious and narrative-based game, an ongoing playthrough. Usually AAA games I play during my main gameplay streams during the daytime. Night streams are more chilled, relaxed content, sometimes games that are way less popular.
I'll just go over what he just said. 2 major streams. 2 main streams. No, you have the main stream in the day, then you have the side one at night that does maybe 2 hours. And your first one is supposed to start at 1:45, end at 7. Usually starts around 1:47, 1:48. It usually ends at 7. He's pretty quick to clock out on time. But there's multiple breaks. There's the fucking going on forever pre-stream. And so he actually only gets about 6 hours of gameplay in a day. Between 2 streams. Across roughly 7.5, 8 hours a day, he gets 6 hours. If he's lucky, he gets 6 hours of gameplay. But, even then, a lot of the gameplay is him in the menu, staring at a map, pausing the game to bitch at chat, pausing the game to do a shout out, pausing the game, walking away, do a help OSC, save the stream tweet on his phone. So even if you look at his actual channel and go, oh, that was an hour long, hour 10 minutes. Altogether, he had 6 hours and 4 minutes. Like, nah. There's menus, there's stalling, there's pausing the game. So probably not even 5 hours. So yeah, all day, guys. That's because you're an idiot.
Working isn't necessarily an ongoing playthrough. For example, Street Fighter, Halo Infinite multiplayer. These things are not ongoing narrative playthroughs. You see, different kind of content on the late streams. But in 2016, I decided I was going to dramatically cut back on the amount that I was doing live streams. I was just going to do 1 stream a day. That would be raw content, and that stream would be about 3 to 4 hours of gameplay. And then at night, I would be working on KO Gaming. Okay? Now, this is interesting because back then, all right, things were very different on YouTube. This was way before the YouTube ad apocalypse. What is the YouTube ad apocalypse?
Dun,
YouTube
dun,
apocalypse
dun.
is when a certain group of content creators, one of which was very much PewDiePie, but a couple others as well, basically behaved badly on
Man,
YouTube.
his hate bonus for PewDiePie is
At the very same
raging
time, they
right now.
behaved badly and got into big trouble, like PewDiePie saying the N-word blatantly on YouTube, and it wasn't like, oh, I misspoke,
You motherfucker, you just did that.
and it sounded like I said it, and I didn't mean it. No, he outright said it and meant it the way he said it in his video, okay?
Smart.
So when that happened, a lot of companies looked and said, wait a minute, these are the big content creators on YouTube acting like this. And we have advertisements all over their videos, and they're being like this. Like, we don't want that. That's terrible. We don't want to be advertising on that kind of content. And a lot of advertisers were like, man, this is a bad sign. At the same time that was happening, they also found out that advertisers were literally be putting on any video on YouTube. There were videos of people who were saying ridiculously over-the-top political, racist, crazy things. People, terrorist videos. I'm not even kidding you. People, I'm gonna, hurt a group of people and stuff like that. Fucked up stuff. And there were ads all over. Starbucks ad runs on it, right? So when all this was happening together, basically a lot of major companies, including Walmart, Starbucks, these giant companies that were doing a huge amount of advertising on YouTube, said, we are pulling the plug. We've had enough, and we're out of here. And when they did that, the ad revenue plummeted on YouTube and made it to someone like me couldn't even make a living doing YouTube videos anymore. Okay.
So, did you get a job? Get a side job? Maybe hook up with other content creators to start something new and bigger and split the differences? Or did you beg children for their lunch money?
Okay.
We all know that
answer.
answer.
This was the year before that. At this point in 2016, it was still very much viable to make a living doing YouTube videos. Now, for me, I noticed the popularity of my raw gameplay videos was waning. I noticed that even though it was the same formula and people seemed to like it, and I had a dedicated fan base of people who watched the videos, the income and the views I was getting on YouTube, on DSP Gaming in particular, was dipping. And I said, man, I gotta make a change. I can't just keep doing what I'm doing and watch the channel go, boo. I have to do something different, okay?
Snort! Right into the microphone,
I diversified myself and made this channel KO Gaming, which was all edited style content. When I first started this channel, okay, it didn't really take off at all. I was doing things such as...
Stop touching your eyes, stop touching your ears, stop picking your nose.
Review. And what it was, like, highlights the best moments of my raw gameplay on DSP Gaming that week. I remember sometimes I had stuff from Yakuza. It had stuff from shooter games. I basically just highlight the funniest moments of the best things that happened in the week. You know, I'm sitting there at night. Like I told you guys, I would not stream at night. I would forego doing a live stream of gameplay. And I would just sit there editing and doing voiceovers and doing all that stuff.
Work? No, not DSP.
So... I would be working my butt off. Sometimes it would take 2 or 3 nights of work. We're talking 2 or 3 hours a night, 2 or 3 nights of work. So we're talking 9, 10 hours of editing, voiceovers, etc. Put out the video. The video gets 4,000 views. Makes me like $8.
That's better than nothing. It's better than what you're getting now, which is not 4,000 views. You struggle to break 1,000 views on any of your videos. Get over it.
Now it didn't work out too well in that regard. So at first, I say the first 2 or 3 months that I was working on KO Gaming, it wasn't really working that well, all right? But I'll tell you what happened in 2016. A bunch of games released, and these games were so disappointing, underwhelming, and in some cases just outright ripoffs. I made a series of videos.
And look at all the rocking.
All right, that basically highlighted those games, okay? No Man's Sky, a game that was hyped for years and years. It would be the future of gaming.
Which
oh my
redeemed
God,
itself
No Man's
100
Sky
times
is gonna be,
over.
like, the best game ever. Open worlds that you can explore across the galaxy, unlimited randomly generated planets. Oh my God, you're going to see so many creatures that are so cool and unique and interesting and yada, yada, yada. And
stop picking the scabs off your back and eating them.
Release today, very different.
Oh, who's he banning?
Was one of the worst games ever made. It was complete.
Fuck it. Nope. We got to bring that back. Where's chat? The BITW awesome was what he just deleted. See, 54, 52.
A bunch of games released, and these games were so disappointing, underwhelming.
What did his eyes catch that weren't a super chat?
Ripoffs. I made a series of videos that year, all right,
Homefront,
basically highlighted those games, okay? No Man's Sky, a game that was hyped for years and years. It would be the future of gaming. Oh my God, No Man's Sky.
Mind you, that BITW awesome. He's in a lot of his stuff, so.
Open worlds that you can explore across the galaxy, unlimited randomly generated planets. Oh my God, you're gonna see so many.
What up, Snort Squad? Followed by Terrible
and
Things.
Interesting and yada yada yada. And No Man's Sky, at least it released.
Wait, what did BITW awesome get?
Today, very different. But at least the release was one of the worst fucking games ever made. It was completely underwhelming, lack of content, insanely repetitive, boring content.
So I thought he was about to ban Gothic Sad Boy.
Oh, by the way, I accidentally just banned someone by accident. I did not mean to.
Ha! He was trying to ban Gothic Sad Boy and he accidentally banned BITW awesome. That's what it was. Good job, DSP. Bring that down. Yeah, he was trying to ban Gothic Sad Boy. Oops! For his What Up Snore Squad. He accidentally banned BITW. Awesome. Good job, DSP. Way to do your job. You know what? Let's get the chat there anyways.
Do that. I'm very sorry. BITW awesome. That was a complete misclick. I'm fixing that right now. You should be on.
Now he got.
I wanted to ban the guy above.
Got Sad Boy.
And I just did. So BITW awesome. You should be back now. That was a misclick. I'm sorry.
Oh, whatever happened to... I just can't unban people willy-nilly. You gotta send me an email. BITW awesome didn't send you an email. You did it right then and there on the stream. So you gotta stop saying that, asshole.
Let me make sure that this works. BITW awesome. Are you back? Should be back. That was a mistake. He's back. Okay. Complete misclick. My apology. Okay. So
Man,
anyway,
he was quick with that ban on Sad
yeah,
Goth Boy.
Me covering No Man's Sky, my initial video got like 50,000 views. When I actually did my full-on review after playing it like 2-3 days, it got like 150 to almost 200,000 views. Pretty good for an up-and-coming channel.
But you'd been on YouTube for years, since what, 2008? That was 2016. You've been on YouTube for 8 years? I don't know, that's when he started doing Darkside Phil, wasn't it? Darkside Phil Gaming. He's had a bunch of different channels and he just forgets about them after a while because they bore him or he probably doesn't remember the login password.
I did a series of videos that were very highly detailed reviews. They did pretty good, like Doom 2016, Uncharted 4. They all brought in anywhere from 10,000 to like 30,000 views, which is good, again, for a new channel. That's good.
Which is better than your current channel. Your current channel doesn't get anywhere near that amount of views. Ever.
Good viewership. But the video that by far blew up the popularity
On front, 1.1 million views.
was, of course, a negative video. Because I hate to say this, and I know this over the course of me doing content on YouTube, YouTube has increasingly become a more toxic and negative place over the years. It just has. Someone who makes a video that's about drama, about negativity, about something bad, okay? Compared to someone who makes videos about something good, positive, rewarding, refreshing, the best of versus the worst of. Whenever I would do the most disappointing games countdown, it would get twice as many views as the best games of the year countdown. And it's always been like that.
Snort.
I hate to say, I guess it's human nature, is that humans focus on toxic, negative shit. So, the video that blew up on KO Gaming back in the day, the absolute...
Oh, I think his leg's bouncing. He's doing the leg bouncing right now.
Was
but he's so nervous about
Homefront
DSP.
Revolution, when I reviewed the game and said it was the worst game at that point that I had ever played. I concretely, in about a 15-minute video, outlined so many ways that the game was incredibly unfinished.
You never beat the game.
Rushed, tons of crap gameplay, terrible design choices, unfinished trash. On the PlayStation 4, it was supposed to be next gen, and it really felt like a last gen game. It was a piece of dog shit. Okay? Oh, excuse me.
Right to the microphone, thank you.
So, I make this video, and I'll be honest with you guys. When I made the video, I didn't think anything was going to happen. I thought it'll be just kind of in line with the other videos of the channel. It'll maybe get like 10,000, 20,000 views. As of today, that video has over 1.1 million views. It is the most watched video on YouTube about Homefront the Revolution, and that includes every video ever put out about it, including the full-fledged reviews from full game outlets and stuff. My video is the #1 video about that game on YouTube.
And you did nothing to strike while the iron was hot.
Okay?
You waited for the iron to get cold before you did anything.
I didn't expect that. And personally, I don't even know what triggered the YouTube algorithm to actually make that video as popular as it was. Because I remember when I put the video out, within 24 hours, it maybe had gotten 10, 20,000 views. And I was like, okay. Then all of a sudden, like there was a second wave of attention and viewership that hit it. It hit somehow.
And what I love is, he and Panda immediately took a vacation. Instead of trying to strike with iron is hot, nope, vacation time with all the money we made.
Hit the YouTube recommended algorithm. And everyone started seeing the video in their recommended feeds who was interested in the game. And then people just started seeing it in their recommended feed who weren't interested in the game but were just looking at video game stuff. It just blew up as like the biggest recommended gaming video for like a week and a half. Okay?
Snort.
And that just blows my mind. That's what happened. Now here's the thing. And here's the thing about me compared with other content creators. Okay? I'm someone who's an honest dude. And I'm someone who's going to cover games in a worthy way. And I'm not going to over-exaggerate, and I'm not going to lie. And I'm certainly not going to focus on one style of a video just because it became popular, okay? There were other videos that I made that were negative videos. For example, I played the Ghostbusters video game. That was the year when the Ghostbusters reboot happened, the all-female cast. They ended up changing the name of the movie later to Ghostbusters Answer the Call because it was so bad, they didn't want to tarnish the Ghostbusters name by calling it Ghostbusters. They changed the whole name of the movie because it was so fucking bad. But they had a tie-in game with that. And I played it. That was one of the worst games I had played. I did a negative review of that. I also played a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game.
Your
face.
face.
God-awful. And I reviewed that. So when I did these negative reviews, these videos took off.
Way to sneakily pick your nose again.
Views usually on the negative videos that I put out on KO Gaming. Those videos, no exaggeration, because again, remember, this was before the era of the YouTube apocalypse. They were making me, I'm not exaggerating, thousands of dollars. When I put out a video, that...
Then where did the money go, Mr. I'm broke, I have no money?
Fucking Home for the Revolution video made me thousands of dollars. Those other videos...
And yet you're broke.
Hundreds, like lots of money on each video, okay? And by the way, this wasn't, oh, people were tipping and people... No, I wasn't even doing that. This was just people watching ads was making me that kind of money on those videos. Pretty crazy back then how different things were, okay? But being the kind of person that I was, I did not want to just be the kind of guy who put out constant, toxic, negative content. I could have done that.
But you are toxic.
I could have made a whole series saying the worst game I've ever played and highlighted reasons why every game that was the worst game. I could. In fact, people were asking me to do that. People were like, Phil, can you literally play all the major releases and just make negative videos about them saying they suck and outline the reasons why? You don't have to lie. You can actually say the reasons why the game's bad, but it would be hilarious if you did an ongoing series where you basically said every game is the worst game ever and said why. People actually felt that at that point...
I like that. I don't want to do it, so I didn't. So let's see. This is making me money. As this is my business, I should do what makes me money. DSP, do more of them. We love them. We want to see more of them. No. Gee, we're doing something that everyone loves. It's making me lots of money, getting me 1 million views. I better stop doing it. Good job, DSP.
In my history as a content creator, if I'd done that and only made negative content like that, I would have blown up in popularity on YouTube and had a whole recreation of a new career for myself. It would have been like starting over. Seriously. And you know what? I'll be honest with you guys.
You should have done it.
Maybe right. Maybe. Absolutely maybe. If I just sat there and was toxic and just made crappy, toxic, negative videos about games constantly, I actually might have had a second taking off on YouTube because KO Gaming had momentum. It did.
And then you killed it because you went on vacation with Panda Lee.
But here's what happened. I didn't do that.
You went on vacation with Panda
Lee. I'm
Lee.
going to be true to myself. I'm going to be an honest guy. I'm going to make videos that I feel good about. So that year, as the year progressed, better games came out and I started making reviews for the better games. I started doing more meaningful content like countdowns. Like what's the worst things about modern gaming, but also, you know, some good things and positive countdowns as well. I actually did a retrospective about Sonic 2006 when I played it that year, telling, you know, the positives and negatives of what I felt about the game. Pretty insightful. I did a lot of interesting things on that channel.
I had anything about it was insightful.
But what ended up happening was, because I made positive content instead of focusing on negative content, okay, by the end of the year, all of that momentum that I had was gone. Because people moved on.
No, it's because you went on
This
vacation.
guy's not going to just crap on games anymore. That's what was funny. So fuck it. We're moving on. We're going to watch someone else be toxic and negative. And you know,
I love it. He straight up says, I know why it died. Because I fucked up. But it's not my fault, guys. It's you. You should have kept watching my videos anyways. You found gold. You were digging down this cave. You found gold. What did you do? You left the cave, got drunk, forgot where it was, wandered off, found a different cave, and then you found iron pyrite. Good for you, DSP. Dumbass.
No, I hate to say it. Let's be honest here. Take a look at someone like Angry Joe. All right? Guy who has been around the block. He's been making content as long as
Disgruntled Alejandro.
And his highly edited style, highly produced style of video is incredibly popular on YouTube. But what are his most popular videos? The ones where he craps on a game. The ones where he just rips the game a new asshole.
That's why he's called Angry Joe.
Or comedic effect.
And guess what? Makes him a lot of money.
Terrible,
unlike
right?
you.
Those are the ones that get 1 million views. And he still to this day puts out videos that get about 1 million views each because he says these negative things about games. I'm not saying that's bad at all. It's quite the opposite. I think that he's one of the guys, he has a flair for it, right? And that's great. But why is it that on YouTube, only the toxic shit ends up being the most popular? Whenever he even does a review about a game that he likes, the viewership's way less and the popularity's way less. Okay? It's fucked up.
He also does a lot of editing. He has something you don't know anything about, but he has friends join him. He gets costumes. He gets props made. He does all this work to make his reviews. You, I didn't like the gameplay because it didn't make me as much money as the game I was playing before. So bad game. Ack. There's every review's ever given.
So, by the end of 2016, I had seen
Dude,
a
calm down,
monster
sit
slowdown
still.
in any kind of attention that I had on KO Gaming. You know, these were videos that at one point in the middle of
Stop
the year,
touching your
when all
nose.
that popular stuff was happening, any video I put out was getting between 10 to 50,000 views. By the end of the year, I was doing like year-end countdowns that were barely getting 10,000 views each, sometimes less. Basically, all that popularity had died down. Now, the thing is, even then,
Because you went on vacation.
getting around 10,000 views a video, if I was putting out several videos a week, it was still enough to support the channel. It was. That was still enough to say, oh, this channel's worth it.
And then you killed it because you're too fucking lazy to keep going.
This channel is definitely something to invest that time in. Remember, I was only streaming once a day. Imagine if just this first stream was all I did. I never did a night stream, right? That's what I was doing. Every night, it was edited content for KO Gaming, okay? So, it still was profitable for me, and it still made sense to do it. And even into 2017, I pushed forward, continuing with that channel. And originally, my plan was to keep going and maybe try new stuff on KO Gaming in 2017. In fact, one of the things I was doing was fan-made montages, people who were doing things like, this is how you don't play and stuff, and I was going to highlight that content on KO Gaming, okay? But
and then you didn't,
happening?
because you're a lazy piece of shit.
Two things happened. Number one, the YouTube adpocalypse. And when the YouTube adpocalypse happened in February, March of 2017, ad revenue overnight halved, okay? So imagine you
And
were
you did
making
nothing
a
to get a
certain
new
amount of money
job or
right
do
now at
anything
your job.
else.
Let's say you make, I don't know, $12 an hour at your job. You come in the next day, they say, okay, you're going to put in the same work day today, but you're making $6 an hour. What? What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm paying you half today. Forever. It's not going back to the way it was. You're getting paid $6 an hour forever now.
I know what that
What?
person would do. They would quit
wait a minute,
and get
I
a
got
different
bills to
job
pay,
that paid
I got
better.
responsibilities.
Unlike
How do I
you.
make a living making half of what I did doing the same work? It's not even like you're letting me work less so I can go get another job. You're telling me I'm just making half. Yes. Deal with it or you're fired. And that's pretty much the situation I was in. It was overnight. Ads go away because those advertisers pulled their ads because, number one, the big controversial debacle with PewDiePie saying the N-word and basically
The same word you just said earlier
and a lot of
this
other
week.
content creators then getting negative highlights because of
Mr.
that situation,
Schwarzenegger.
combined with the fact that the advertisers were finding their ads were on all kinds of toxic, gross videos. Just overnight, they pulled their ads, and that was the end of that. Now, in addition to that, what YouTube did in response was even worse. What YouTube did, they instituted a new video flagging system for content, okay? What this new flagging system did, it would look for key factors. Graphic content, sexual content, the actual number of swear or adult words used
That you
in a
constantly
video.
use in your videos.
Serious words like swearing or adult words used in the title of a video, in the tags of a video. It looked for all of these things, okay? And when it identified those things in your video, it would actually flag.
Stop touching your face.
video
Go 5 seconds
and
without touching your
not
face.
good for
Holy shit.
advertisement, and make it so that you couldn't advertise on your video anymore. So overnight, you would work your ass off on a video that was doing well views-wise, and you would have no ads on it and make no money on it ever on YouTube. It was a complete waste of your time. So, when the YouTube adpocalypse hit,
Or you do it for fun, like many others. Majority of people on YouTube do it for fun. Oh no, my review only got me 12 cents. The fuck do I care? I do this for fun.
I changed my formula, and I became a full-time streamer that was interactive. I started talking
On
to you guys.
Twitch.
Yes, you guys started doing contributions on the streams that I would shout out. We started having meaningful
Stop
conversations
it in your
on the streams
microphone.
for the very first time, because up to then, it was me ignoring you and just acting like you weren't there and me just playing a game. And what ended up happening was, it became a different experience for me. At first, I'll be honest, it was very challenging. I remember I was playing Breath of the Wild, and I'd already started Zelda Breath of the Wild as an offline playthrough slash, stream, but not interacting with you guys. And then one day, here we go, I'm playing it, and all of a sudden, people are coming into the chat, and they're talking about the most random shit. They're talking about food, they're talking about diapers, I'm serious. They're talking about the most dumb shit, and I'm like, I remember saying on that stream, I still remember this to this day, it's stuck in my head. I'm like, how on earth am I supposed to play this game when you guys are coming in here talking about the most random things ever? Like, it's impossible for me to keep a train of thought, right?
Can you walk and chew bubblegum, or I guess in your case, waddle and chew bubblegum at the same time? I highly doubt it.
And how funny that is, because now today, think about today's stream, how random things are today. The random topics people bring up, the things we talk about out of nowhere that have nothing to do with the game. But back then, it was such a new experience for me.
That you then
right?
ban
And
people
let me tell you
for.
something. When I basically started doing that, I realized, wow, this is such a different experience. It's harder. It's much harder than just doing the raw gameplay kind of stuff. But at the same time, it's way more fun. It ends up being more of a feeling of social
Because I get the money,
interaction,
right?
experience,
Meow,
and
don't gotta wait
shit
for
that
it,
we're having a good time,
guys.
Right? It's not just about me playing the game anymore. It's about us having that interaction and having that time together. And that's fun. You never know what you're going to talk about on one of my streams. And that's cool. That's one of the cool things I feel about my streams that's really nice is we don't know what we're talking about today. We don't know what's going to happen live today that we're going to react to. It could be in the game. It could be something else in real life. Who knows, right? And I'm having a great time about it. And, you know, Sugar Man even says, I'll be honest, you were kind of a dick when you first started to stream if topics were not about the game. You're right. And then over time...
And you still ban people for not talking about the games.
Reacting to things on the fly. Rather than, oh, this is something that
Holy, goddamn, he hit it again, but let's see. Holy shit, it goes on.
I just got better at that, you know? And today, I would never, and I mean this, I would never...
You guys for over 15 more minutes of this bullshit.
I felt, at that time, I told you, 2015, 2016, I felt like that content was dry.
Fucking hell, 1.5 speed.
Played out, and it wasn't going anywhere. I was so tired of doing it. I was actually completely burnt out that year. That year was, I mean, I'll be honest, 2016.
You were already burnt out on doing video games. You hate them, except for WWE Champions.
Behind the scenes. Things were kind of falling apart. I hated my personal life, and my professional life was getting boring, and it was like, damn, everything at once just
Pandely
sucked,
left
you. And I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if I was going to be able to continue to be a content creator. I didn't know what was going to happen. You know, KO Gaming was kind of like the one positive during that time frame that was like, wow, this is cool, something different that I tried and it worked. And it blew up, and people liked the content, and they showed that if I put effort into content like this, highly edited, that they'll appreciate it, and they'll come support it. I liked that. But then literally YouTube took it all away. Number one, it was...
Did you just touch his greasy hair, then rub it on his forehead?
I didn't mention this yet on the pre-stream today. They demonetized the entire channel of KO Gaming. The whole thing. Like, out of nowhere. No explanation. No justification. One morning, I go on KO Gaming, and I look. Every video has been flagged unfit for ads. Every single one.
So then you challenge. Now, we're going to take a little break and actually go over to KO Gaming and check it out. Right? Meow. Here we are at KO Gaming. As you can see, worst game I've ever played. Homefront, The Revolution. 1.1 million views. Not bad. For that, no, 33, 7.6, 10, 19, 6.6, 7.1, no. I mean, 7.1K, not bad numbers for a brand new channel. Except what he forgets to mention is that, yes, KO Gaming was new, but he was not new. If PewDiePie made a new channel, do you really think that new channel is not going to break 1 million subs within a month? Do you think those videos aren't going to be breaking 100,000 views per video? No. PewDiePie makes a new channel. Yeah, it's going to smash all kinds of fucking numbers. Unlike DSP. What I'd like to point out is... worst game I've ever played. Let's move over here. May 18th, 2016. Alright. Pokemon Go, July 23rd, 2016. A little over 2 months. During that 2-month span, because this, he did Pokemon Go when he went, well, actually, let's just listen.
Going on, everyone? Phil here for KO Gaming, and I'm back from a 4-day trip to the city of Seattle. Now, I actually live in Seattle, but I'm in the outskirts. I'm in a small suburb that isn't in the main city area. In fact, I live roughly around 45 minutes to an hour from where all the happening stuff is in Seattle. For example,
anyways, during that time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. In roughly 2 months, he came out with 17 videos. DSP, you had a hot video. A video that exploded. 1.1 million views. That's what he came out with was 19th, the very next day. So you tried, right? So you were trying, but then you notice, oh, only got 40K views. I'm done. Actually, no, because he didn't get the 1.1 million views until like a week. He said like a week and a half after. Let's see what's a week and a half after. Let's see. Welcome to all the... oh, there it is. Welcome to all those new to KO Gaming.
what's going on?
May 30th. Still not a week away. But he was probably getting some good numbers on the video then. Oh, don't you dare make fun of me just because you suck at it. July 11th. That's over a week. So when you actually start to see some numbers, yeah, we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Came out with 11 videos after a week and a half so after the video that broke out, went nuts, everybody saw. But from June 11th to July 23rd, that's almost a month and a half. DSP, you should have been busting your ass, coming out with all kinds of reviews. You, Mr. I love video games since I was a child, you must have played dozens, hundreds, maybe even over 1,000 video games. You're telling me you couldn't sit down every night and be like, alright, here's a review for this game that I played on the Super Nintendo when it first released and it was so fucking garbage. Oh, here's the game I played on the PlayStation 1 when the game first came out and it was absolute trash. You're going to tell me you couldn't think of any game to put out there. You can think of any game to make a review about the shit on. Until you get to Mirror's Edge Catalyst, which I played, and I love. I got to the end. You sliding down a building, you fall off of this, you hit up this, and then bam, you land on the platform. Apparently, that's supposed to be hard. I don't know about you, but the game teaches you every single thing you need to know. DSP took them forever. It took them multiple tries. You get to the one part, it's like, but how? If you play the game, you should know how to beat this part because it's literally part of the game. Like, they teach you how to beat it. Like, alright, in Mario game, they teach you to hop on this turtle, pick it up, and then walk over and throw it at this block to break the block. DSP's playing the game. I don't get it, guys. What am I supposed to do? 20 minutes later. Guys, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. 5 minutes of later, looking at his phone. Alright, guys, while I was on the bathroom, I had an epiphany. You gotta hop on this turtle, grab the shell, and then run over and throw it at the block. Come on, DSP. This is just god-awful. But, let's compare this to his current channel. You know, the one that has 195,000 subs on it? Yeah, let's see those views. Alright, try to ignore the fact that majority of them are out of order, like 6, 4, 5, but 865 views, 1.2k views, 741 views, 102 views, 794 views, 865 views. You're crying and bitching about KO Gaming. Oh, before that video, I only got 7.1k, 6.9k, 5.2k. I was putting in all this work to only get 4.4k views, guys. 1.2, 1.3, 1.2, 828, 929, 730, 445. 445 views. If any of the videos on KO Gaming had gotten that, you would have shot that channel faster than Old Yeller. Come on, DSP. This is just pathetic. And at the time, he had a lady living with him who actually loved him, actually cared about him. Might actually be like, hey, DSP, I watch some YouTube videos and maybe read a couple guides on how to use the editing software, and I can edit the videos for you. I have my own computer, so I can just take your clips so you can relax and enjoy yourself, maybe play an hour longer. Then I'll review stuff, put it together, and make a video for you. Nope. Never did that. I'm still have one of his most watched videos are the daily raps now. Daily rap. 1k views, congratulations. 1.3k views, congratulations. I get the actual gameplay, 864, 776, 826, 921, 698. Congratulations, DSP. KO Gaming made a ton of money for you. But he's like, well, it got demonetized. When DSP Gaming lost its ability to have ads on it after Spamgate, because he was literally recording and uploading each individual fight on Street Fighter. Across a 2-hour stream at night, he gets 50, 60 fights in. He was literally uploading each individual fight. Got ads taken away for spam. What did he do? He went over to KO Gaming and uploaded his videos. Which is why you see Eternal Darkness 5, 6, 7, 8, Sonified playthrough, part whatever. And then, oh, finally he ended it with DSP Gaming is back. Thanks for your support here. So yeah, ad revenue was not gone. He just didn't want to put in the effort to make edited videos anymore. And look, oh, 3 years ago playing Vice City. Ah, game he's playing right now. Look at that, 3.8k views. 3.8k views. Do any of your 2.1k view for San Andreas. We need Vice City. 5.5k views for part 1. Alright, not bad. Part 1s always do great. Part 1 always does way better than they probably should. Why, I don't know, but here we have part 22, 3.8k. Part 21, 2.4k. Huh. Part 20, 3.8k. Let's see if we have a part 1 on here. Or was he in the middle of playing it when he lost the ad revenue on his other channel? It's part 7, part 5. Part 1, 9.9k views on KO Gaming. 4.7k, 3.8k. Oh, I like that. Part 1, all the way down here, and then you get part 2 and 3 all the way up here, but part 2, 2.1k, 1.6k for part 3, 2k for part 4. Then you gotta wait a while. And they're all getting 1k-ish views. But over on KO Gaming, 9.9k, 4.7, 3.8, 3.4, 3.3, 3.3, 3.2, 3.3, like holy shit, 4.3. He was absolutely crushing it on KO Gaming. Another 4, just random part 11, 4.3k. Oh, he doesn't have a part 11 yet, but he's got a part 10, 1.1k. Part 9, 940. Part 8, 723. DSP, you were crushing it on KO Gaming. Making way more views, and therefore ads, which means more ad revenue, than on DSP Gaming. Mind you, DSP Gaming, 195,000 subs. KO Gaming, 20.5k subs. How does a channel with over 170,000 fewer subs get more views? You should have stuck with KO Gaming. You were making a lot more money off of it. But this is DSP, a guy who we just watched say, these videos made more money than all my other videos, so I decided to stop doing them. Snort. And moron. Alright, well, this is going to be long enough as it is. I'm going to let you go. Thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day.